Welcome back, everyone, to the Queen of TV channel. Before we get started our intro, three quick things first. Please watch the episode to the end. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Second, there will be cursing and profanity. If that's not your cup of tea, the channel not for you. Third, I will be giving my honest opinion about the episode and about the show as a whole. Without further ado, our intro. Hello, everyone. I'm the queen herself, your host, and you are the prince and the princesses. Either you are a subscriber or you are a viewer. Either way, welcome. Today we'll be talking about H2O Season 1, Episode 9, Dangerous Waters. We start this episode sad, if you actually care, with Cleo's pet fish dying. His name was Pablo. Emma is comforting Cleo, and Rikki is just being Rikki. She doesn't care that the fish has died, and she's not showing any empathy over the fact that Cleo is sad and upset with this. To the point where Cleo has to run off to the bathroom. Emma, obviously and rightfully so, chews Rikki out. Rikki feels like this is ridiculous. It was nothing but a fish. But what's so sad about the whole thing is that obviously Cleo is hurting and her friend does not care. Emma even tells Rikki as much that she is a heartless person in more words than less. And asks Rikki if she even knew the fish's name. Rikki cannot remember the fish's name. Cleo does come out the bathroom and Emma continues to comfort her. Rikki does leave. In the next scene, we see Emma and Cleo actually take Pablo outside to where they can throw him into the water. Cleo thought that Pablo would actually sink, but instead he floats. Rikki does show back up with another fish, and it's the same as Pablo, and tries to gift it to Cleo to replace her fish. Well, Cleo does not accept the gift, and she leaves. Emma says that the reason why Cleo did not accept the fish is because Cleo only takes in saltwater fish. Because, duh. And the fish was not a saltwater fish. It was a fish that Rikki bought from a boat shop, and it's a freshwater fish. Rikki goes upstairs to apologize, which somehow I keep forgetting this after being, you know, a reviewer of this show. And I've reviewed this episode twice already. This is my third time. But she goes there to apologize. Cleo tells her it's all right, that she didn't know about the saltwater thing, and that it's fine that Rikki has empathy issues. Rikki asks for her to elaborate, and she says that Rikki just sometimes do not take other people's feelings into account. More on that in my review. Rikki obviously is bothered by this, so she decides that she's going to go get Cleo a saltwater fish. She finds one, brings it back, but before she can give it to Cleo, she has a run-in with this mysterious guy. He apparently is on the back of his boat cleaning something. They have a nice conversation, and he tells her that he works at the marine park and that he actually was interested in her fish, but she says that it's for a friend. He offers to give her money if she helps him get other fish. She agrees. She gives Cleo the fish without telling the girls about the mysterious guy. The next time Rikki sees him, she's giving him more fish and he pays her good money. She wants to take Emma and Cleo out for, shopping, hanging out, having a girls' time. And it's all fun. They have a nice little montage in the episode until everything's not so fun anymore. Because once they get to the Juice Snack Cafe, Rikki notices that one of the fish in the tank looks exactly like the fish that she just gave the guy that she had met. he gave her the name Barry. That's what he says his name is. Cleo is enamored with the fish, and Rikki brings the fact that she knows this fish. Well, Cleo thinks that Rikki means that she knows what kind of fish it is, but Rikki's like, no, I know this fish. And well, you gotta get out. She's going like that. Brittany, get off. Close the door. Hold on 1 second. Brittany, get out. Get out. Get out. No. Random no place. Your daddy got all the plates. Oh, why are you trying to sit in your burrito? Gotta go check the house. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Cleo actually has to call her job at the Marine Park, where she finds out from her boss, Mrs. Geddes, that there is nobody by the name that of Barry that works there. Rikki is very worried and says that that is the exact name he gave her, and said that he did work at the Marine Park, but Cleo's boss knows everyone that works there and he's not there. So they go to back to Cleo's house, where Lewis calls every person in the phone book that name starts with the letter B, and the only Barry he can find is 65 years old with a plastic hip. So Rikki is very upset because now it's obvious this guy used a fake name. While she's hiding out in the bathroom, Emma has an idea that Rikki is not telling them the full story. So they confront her, Men in Black style. They're all wearing shades, and they take their shades off, where Emma interrogates Rikki. Emma asks Cleo how much does she makes at the Marine Park. I think Emma had, not Emma. I think Cleo had said that she makes about around 7.25 or $9. And Emma asked Rikki how much that she was making. Rikki said she was making a few dollars. Emma gives her a look, and Rikki finally confesses that she was making a few $100 for some saltwater fish. And apparently, Emma gets on Rikki's case because it is obvious that this guy was shady, handing out her money on the back of her boat, and she completely got scammed and fell for it. Rikki obviously is already upset and says, yeah, no duh. Why you think he used a fake name? They try to calm Rikki down and get her to understand that this guy could have done this to anybody, not just her. But Rikki wants to be the one to get even. So Rikki decides that she is going to go after him and put a stop to it. So Rikki leaves, and Emma thinks that just because Rikki won't call the police doesn't mean that they should not call the police. Well, Rikki is too busy being upset to do any of that, Emma, so you can't really expect her to do so. Lewis does stop Emma from calling the police because they have to explain to them how Rikki was even able to get any of these fish. So they drop the idea and decide to just go out and help her themselves. They tell Lewis, I'm guessing off screen, to wait till they get any like literal evidence for him to call the police. So they have to find a place first. They go to try to find where Rikki is. Rikki confronts the guy and he confesses to everything. Rikki tells him that she will no longer go in business with him and that he's a no good crook, actually. He leaves and Rikki follows behind him. Before Emma and Cleo can, they have to wait until a guy using a water hose stops so they can leave and go after her. Rikki is able to find the boat and ends up actually getting caught snooping around. So Emma and Cleo finally are able to leave and go after Rikki, and they find the boat too. Rikki is being held up in a room with these goons and the guy that made a fool out of her. Ricky's giving them the runaround, not explaining how she even found the place. They threaten her, but Rikki realizes that she is surrounded by water, so she ends up using her powers. Luckily for her, Emma and Cleo had came, so they also use their powers to help her out. Even going as far as to knock out one of the villains. When looking for Rikki, they see her track down Barry, and he falls into the water. Ricky's using her powers, about to damn near boil this guy alive, but Emma and Cleo are able to get Rikki to get a hold of herself and realize that what she's doing is just her wanting to hurt someone. Rikki is able to stop, and as a result, they leave because they gave Lewis the heads up before they used their powers to help Rikki that they found the place. The water police are on their way, so the girls are able to leave. I believe that the people got caught because we're just supposed to assume that they did. They all congratulate themselves on a job well done, but Emma points out that they do not need to make a habit of that, otherwise they're going to end up in the newspapers. Rikki starts to appreciate the fish that they have to be surrounded by as mermaids and is more empathetic now. And on top of that, Cleo actually says that she's found a name for the fish that Rikki has given her. She names the fish Hot Stuff. Kim does come into the picture later saying that there's being food served and want to know if Lewis, Emma, and Rikki are staying for dinner. They say yes, and they're having fish. They all four have a good laugh about it, considering a fish is the reason why they even had this story to begin with. So, on to my review of the episode. Let's be clear. Rikki is what, 15 or 16 as well? Lewis had his little mistake in the last episode. Here goes Ricky's small mistake. Of course, anybody like Rikki would have fell for this scam. She did not know no better. And look at the bright side. They used their powers for good. This is the first time all three of them came together and did so. I do not know why Rikki kept this a secret from the girls, because Rikki could have been landing herself in jail if the police had asked any questions. Luckily for them, those guys did not know Ricky's real name, and they really can't prove that she was involved in this because he didn't physically see Rikki catch any of the fish. It's nice to see them all being like a Scooby-Doo gang and coming together to solve this mystery of this scammer guy and bring him to justice. So everybody played their little key roles here, and we do get some fun power moments. I don't. So let's talk about Rikki lacking empathy for others. Yes, it is true. Rikki does not value other people's feelings. She takes everything at face value and does not consider how others might feel. This is the same issue that she had with Cleo and Emma in episode 2, Cleo in episode 3, Elliot in episode 6. She does not take into account that her words can hurt other people, because Rikki is not the kind of person who takes everything so seriously. Like, obviously, anybody's going to be like Rikki. They're not going to care at all that Cleo had lost her fish. But you know what? That's just how people are. Mama, what are you doing? Other than that, Rikki isn't what I would call a person who lacks empathy. I think she is a person who hasn't really gone through what everyone else has gone through. She's not really the type of girl to have like a crush or anything. She's never had like a pet. So she doesn't understand what it's like to lose something that's very close to you. I think just Ricky's had different life experiences than anybody else. But yes, Rikki does lack empathy for others and can be very shallow and selfish. That does not mean that she's a bad person. She is just human, and that is who she is. No one can truly and utterly fault her for that. Now, let's talk about this whole situation with them interrogating Rikki when they found out. I do think that they were being a bit harsh with being on her case because this could have happened to anybody. But I can understand why they're upset with her. This was something that Rikki kept to herself. And Rikki should have known better to just trust a random stranger. Why she didn't ask Cleo if there was somebody named Barry was working with them and if they actually did this kind of stuff at the marine park. I think it's a good thing that this guy was stupid enough to sell a fish to Wilford. Otherwise, Rikki would have never figured it out, and this guy would have been continuously scamming her. And once it all came to light, Rikki would have been the one in trouble because he would have been long gone. So thank God that they are mermaids and that Wolford had that fish. Other than that, Rikki is a child. Of course, she would have failed for this. Not her fault entirely. This was a fun episode and it did have its moments of being funny. Like that montage with them buying clothes was ridiculous. That interrogating scene was like something that I would expect out of Men in Black. Well, out of the Men in Black. I mean, and on top of that, Lewis just like literally being funny and sarcastic about the guy with the plastic hip because he literally was on this phone having a full-fledged conversation with a stranger he just met. But that's Lewis for you. He's got to have his goofy moments. We got to have some kind of comic relief. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And I hope you have a wonderful day. If no one has told you this yet today, I'm telling you, I love you. I will see you guys in the next video. But you already know this is not the last time that you're going to see me. And this is not the last time that I'm going to see you. So, without a further ado, goodbye, guys.